was going to work the press.
Seems like she's learned her lesson.
How you been keeping, Bea?
If you'd have cared, you could have come and asked me.
Oh, the screws wouldn't let us anywhere near you. I'm sorry what happened in the dining room, Bea. But it was Nolene and money. I'd have stuck by you, but what could I do on me own?
Yeah, I don't blame you, Lizzie. Where's Molly and Nolene now?
Released.
Yeah, well, just as well for them.
Lizzie, Doreen needs some more sheets.
I'm talking to Bea.
Do as you're told.
See? I told you Tony was in charge.
Don't you believe it. Bea won't take it that easy. There's gonna be trouble.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
It's all right. The estate agent's not here yet.
So, this is it.
It's what's known as a renovator's dream.
Looks more like a renovator's nightmare.
You wait till you see round the back. Any messages?
No. Oh, yeah, Greg Miller rang.
What did he want?
I don't know. I hung up on him.
Well, why did you do that?
And what did you expect me to do after the way he carried on yesterday?
But you can't get him to change his mind if you won't talk to him. Look, if we're going to get this project off the ground, you're going to have to be polite to a lot worse than Greg Miller.
Sorry I'm late, Angela. Had a bit of bother down in Swan Street. Tenants wouldn't pay their rent. Oh, we haven't met.
Karen.
How do you do?
Hi.
What happened to your tenants?
Well, I had to take out an eviction order against them. What else could I do? Well, shall we take a look inside? Haven't got a front door key. We'll have to go round the back. Great opportunity for a renovator.
See what I mean?
You two make a lovely couple. I wonder how long that's going to last. Do you think she's trying to make trouble between us?
You know, she's wasting her time.
Glad to hear it. You've got enough trouble keeping the screws in line in here.
You've got enough trouble. I'm looking after number one.
Folding sheets must be a bit of a come down for you, Smith. I suppose you thought you were going to be top dog again as soon as you got out. I told you there'd been a few changes.
Looks like the same old pig pen to me, Vera.
McNally's solicitor's here to see her.
Oh, do you hear that, McNally? You've got a visitor.
I'll take her along. Shall I keep an eye on the others?
No, I'm sure they've got a lot to talk about. Leave them to it. Come on, McNally.
What do you think of that tone, Bea?
She's got real good connections on the outside.
Yeah? Well, they can't be all that good, can they? Otherwise, she wouldn't be in here.
Tony, I'd like a word with my client in private, officer.
I'm aware of the rules, Mr. Mancini. We always stick to them in here. Bitch. Should arrange some leave for her as well.
That won't be necessary. Your trial's set for next week. You'll be out of here soon.
About time to. What's happened to Glennis?
Oh, we're keeping an eye on her. She's made no attempt to contact the police.
Not yet.
Your husband thinks we should try and buy her off.
He would. Getting bloody soft in his old age.
He just doesn't want any more fuss.
He isn't on trial, is he? There's only one way to make sure she doesn't talk.
You mean kill her?
What the hell do you think I mean?
Sean isn't going to like it, Tony.
Then he can lump it. I've told you before, Terry. You do as I say, or I get a lawyer who will. Let me out, Miss Bennett, please. That didn't take long. Well, it's a nice, simple case, isn't it? No troubles at all.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm getting Tony's dinner.
I'll get yours, Bea. You sit down.
I'm in no hurry to get poisoned.
Thanks, Dory.
Mind if I sit here?
Sure. Make room, Doreen.
Got 'em all jumping, haven't you?
That's right. Didn't you when you were in charge?
Oh, yeah. Bea was real tough.
And she can be again, soon. After I get out.
You reckon you're going to get away with it, do you?
Oh, yes. My lawyer will make sure I do.
Lunch. Oh, how did it go?
Oh, he wasn't there. He was out on business.
When will he be back?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I'm not even sure what you want me to say to him.
Why don't you ask him to join the halfway house committee?
Well, if he's not going to work at the prison where he gets paid, he's hardly going to help us.
Why not? People often say yes to things they know will never happen. Once we've got him, we can put some pressure on him.
You're an awful fraud.
I am not. If you don't ask him, I will.
I'm not so sure about that house. It's a bit of a mess.
Oh, that's why it's cheap. I don't think we can do better for the money we can afford, unless we go out into the suburbs. And community reaction isn't going to be as sympathetic out there. What we need are some heavies on the committee. If we want money and help from the government, we've got to have someone from the department on side. Do you think there's anyone at Wentworth who might be sympathetic?
Well, there's Mrs. Jackson, I suppose. And the governor.
Erica. Of course. That would be a feather in our caps, having her on the committee.
Oh, Miss Bennett, these are next month's rosters. Would you get them completed, please?
That's the Deputy Governor's job.
Well, he is not here, is he? I want everything up to date before I leave. Mr. Douglas from the department will be here in a day or so. No doubt he wishes to discuss my resignation.
You can't leave with Mr. Fletcher away. Who'll be in charge?
That will be up to Mr. Douglas. How is B. Smith settling back in?
Oh, very quietly. McNally seems to have the upper hand. She's even got Anderson waiting on her hand and foot.
Has she? Bring Doreen to me after she's finished lunch, would you, Miss Bennett?
Right.
Get me some sweets, Doreen. What are you staring at?
I don't know. The label's come off.
Watch it, Smith.
What are you going to do? Get Doreen to thump me?
No. Maybe I'll get Martha to do it.
That loony.
Who's a loony?
You are, if you keep following her around like a lame dog.
Oh, yeah, you're right one to talk. You're so stupid that you had to spend 2 weeks in solitary.
I got stuck in solitary trying to get you a bloody doctor.
Sit down, Doreen.
Trouble, girls?
No, Miss Bennett. Everything's fine.
Come on, Anderson. You're going to see the governor.
I didn't do nothing.
Then you've got nothing to worry about, have you? She was fighting in the dining room with Smith.
I wasn't.
I thought you said everything was quiet.
Oh, I stopped it before it got out of hand.
I see. That will be all, Miss Bennett. Sit down, Doreen. What happened?
Nothing. They just grabbed me, that's all.
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
Doreen, I understand you've been waiting on Tony McNally, fetching meals for her. Now, we all know these power struggles go on. It's inevitable with so many women locked up together. But I don't want you getting involved.
Well, what else can I do?
Well, you could start thinking about your parole. It's due quite soon. Any trouble could just extend the sentence. Have you thought about what you're going to do when you get outside? Do you have anywhere to stay? Any friends or relatives?
I haven't had no visitors the whole time I've been in here.
Well, you can't be paroled unless you have somewhere to stay. You do want to be paroled?
Oh, what's the point? I've been in and out of places like this since I was a kid. I'll only end up back inside again. Well, it's different for people like you, Mrs. Davidson. But there's nothing on the outside for me.